My beloved child, I have watched you in the quiet hours of the night when the silence felt like a heavy shroud, and the only sound was the rhythmic breaking of your own heart. I was there in the precise moment the world you had so carefully constructed began to tilt and dissolve. You gave your heart with a purity that few possess. You offered a trust that was blind not because you lacked wisdom, but because you possessed an abundance of love that refused to see anything but the best in another. I saw you walk into that relationship as if entering a sanctuary, laying down your defenses, stripping away the armor you had worn for years, and placing your very soul into the hands of one you believed would cherish it as I do. But that sanctuary has been desecrated. The person you held as your most sacred confidant, the one you believed would be the mirror reflecting your worth, has instead become the source of a pain so sharp it feels as though it has severed the very tether that holds you to this earth. I want you to know, right here in the beginning of our walk together through this valley, that I do not see your trust as a weakness. I do not look at your broken spirit and see a fool who should have known better. I see a soul that dared to reflect my own capacity for unconditional devotion. I see a heart that was willing to risk everything for the sake of a bond it believed was divine. Do not let the betrayal of another convince you that your ability to love was a flaw. It was and remains your greatest light. But now, that light has been eclipsed by the shadow of a profound deception. You are feeling the vertigo of a reality that has been rewritten without your consent. The memories that once brought you warmth are now jagged shards that cut you when you try to touch them. You look back at the years, the months, the whispered promises, and the shared dreams, and you wonder if any of it was real. You feel the sting of 1,000 lies, each one a needle in the fabric of your identity. You find yourself asking, how could I not have known? And who was I actually loving? These questions are like a cold wind blowing through the ruins of your life, but I am here to tell you that I am the Father who stands in the ruins with you. I am not a distant observer of your agony. I am the one who felt every vibration of that betrayal as it struck you. When they turned away, I moved closer. When they broke their covenant, I renewed mine with you. You are currently standing in the wreckage of a future you thought was certain, feeling a shame that does not belong to you. I need you to breathe with me now. Take a deep breath and let the air fill the hollow spaces where the betrayal has left you empty. This pain you feel is the physical manifestation of a spiritual earthquake, but I am the ground that cannot be moved. We are going to walk through this together, not by ignoring the wound, but by tending to it with a tenderness you have forgotten you deserve. You have spent so long pouring your life into the cup of another, only to have them pour it out upon the sand. Now, it is time for me to pour my life into yours. You do not need to rush to forgiveness, nor do you need to find a way to make sense of the senseless. Betrayal is a language I never intended for my children to speak, yet I know its vocabulary intimately. I know what it is like to be abandoned by those I called my own. I know the weight of the silver and the sting of the kiss that hides a dagger. You are not alone in this garden of your grief. Every tear you have shed has been gathered by my hand. Not one has been lost to the dust. Your blind trust was an offering of the highest order, and though it was mishandled by human hands, it was seen and honored by mine. We are beginning a journey of restoration that will not merely patch the old walls, but will build within you a temple that is stronger, wiser, and more beautiful than the one that fell. The path ahead requires only one thing from you, that you allow me to be the Father you can trust without fear. You have been betrayed by a mortal, but you are held by the eternal. Let the journey of your healing begin in this stillness. You are safe with me. Do not allow the shadow of their unfaithfulness to cast a permanent darkness over your perception of yourself. I watched as you gave the best of your heart, as you laid down your defenses, and offered the gift of your vulnerability. You must understand, my child, that your capacity to trust was never the error. It was a manifestation of the purity I placed within you. The betrayal was not a reflection of your worth, but a revelation of the brokenness in the one you loved. I am now standing in the gap of that broken promise. Where there is a void, I am pouring in the oil of my presence. You feel as though a part of you has died, as though the foundation of your world has turned to sand, but I am the rock that does not shift. I am here to recalibrate your internal compass. You have been looking through the lens of trauma, seeing every future encounter through the prism of this pain. But I am anointing your eyes with a new vision. I am stripping away the scales of suspicion and replacing them with the mantle of my wisdom. Hear my voice in the quiet. You are not a victim of your own kindness. You are a survivor of a storm that was meant to drown your spirit, yet here you are, still breathing, still seeking me. I am issuing a decree over your life this day. The season of being discarded is over. I am calling you into a season of being cherished. I am the husband to the husbandless, the father to the orphan, the faithful friend to the one who has been forsaken. I am rewriting the script of your life. The chapters that were torn out by the hands of another are being replaced by pages written in my own blood, pages of destiny, of purpose, and of a love that is unshakable. I declare that your heart will beat again without the weight of anxiety. I declare that the memories which currently bring a sting of bitterness will one day be nothing more than a testimony of my delivering power. I am taking the shards of your shattered trust, and I am forging them into a shield of faith. You will not walk with a limp forever. Your strength is being renewed like the eagle. I am calling you out of the cave of isolation. While it was necessary for a moment of healing, it is not your permanent residence. There is a table being prepared for you in the presence of your enemies, not a table of confrontation, but a table of overflowing abundance where your cup will run over, and the oil of joy will be your fragrance. You will look back at this time and marvel, not at the pain you endured, but at the grace that carried you. I am your vindicator. I do not require you to fight for your reputation or to demand justice for your wounded heart. I am the judge of all the earth, and I see every hidden motive and every secret betrayal. Leave the scales of justice in my hands and take up the gift of my peace. Your journey toward restoration is not a path you walk alone. Every step you take, I am there, holding your hand, whispering the truth of who you are when the lies of the enemy scream the loudest. You are my beloved. You are the apple of my eye. You are the one for whom I would leave the 99. This betrayal was a detour, not the destination. I am bringing you into a spacious place, a land of milk and honey, where the trauma of the past will be swallowed up by the glory of the future. Rest now, my child. Let the heavy burden of trying to understand fall from your shoulders. You do not need to understand the why to receive the who. I am the great I am, and I am here with you now. The healing is not just coming, it has already begun. Even in the cells of your body, where the stress of this treason has taken up residence, I am speaking life. I am commanding your nervous system to be still. I am commanding the cortisol of fear to dissipate in the presence of my perfect love. You will sleep again, and your sleep will be sweet. You will wake again, and the first thought of your mind will not be the image of the one who hurt you, but the awareness of my face shining upon you. I am rebuilding the walls of your soul with stones of fire. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment, including your own, I will show to be wrong. You are being refined, not for the sake of suffering, but for the sake of a weight of glory that you cannot yet comprehend. Your discernment is being sharpened in the fire. Next time, you will not trust blindly out of a lack of knowledge, but you will trust deeply out of a wealth of spirit. I am making you whole, piece by piece, breath by breath. I am the master architect, and I am turning your valley of trouble into a door of hope. You are safe in the hollow of my hand. Do not look back at the ruins of your trust with a heart of regret, for I am the God who redeems time itself, reaching into the ashes to pull forth a beauty that is incorruptible. Even the years you feel were stolen by deception, even the moments you believe were wasted on a shadow, I am gathering like precious seeds to plant in a more fertile soil. You are not foolish to love. You are brave to open your heart, and in my eyes, that bravery is a reflection of the image I placed within you. The one who misused your trust did not diminish your capacity for goodness. They only revealed their own inability to hold what is sacred. I am now teaching you the profound difference between the vulnerability of the flesh, which is easily wounded, and the vulnerability of the spirit, which is guarded by my legion of angels. I am wrapping your soul in a garment of light that acts as a spiritual filter, allowing only that which is pure, honest, and of good report to penetrate your inner sanctuary. Listen to the silence that has followed the storm, for in that stillness I am whispering your true name. You are not defined by the label of the betrayed. You are not the one who was left. I call you my beloved. I call you my chosen. I am removing the residue of their harsh words from your ears and the crushing weight of their expectations from your weary shoulders. This is the hour of your liberation, a divine exodus from the Egypt of your sorrow. I declare over your mind that the fog of confusion is lifting even as you read these words. I speak clarity into the very marrow of your bones. You will look back on this season of shattering and realize that what felt like an ending was actually a rescue. I have pulled you out of the deep waters before the currents of bitterness could pull you under for good. I am putting a new song in your mouth, a song of deliverance that will resonate through the halls of your future. I decree that the long nights of weeping have reached their appointed end, and the dawn of a supernatural joy is breaking over the horizon of your life. I am restoring your confidence, not in your own ability to judge the hearts of men, but in my sovereign ability to lead you. I am placing a spiritual mantle of discernment upon you, a sensitivity so sharp that it will vibrate with the truth whenever you encounter shadows. You will never again walk into a trap of deception, because your eyes are now being aligned with mine. I am healing the very cells of your body that have carried the physical toll of this betrayal. I am commanding your heart to beat with the steady rhythm of my peace. You are being rewired for a love that does not require you to diminish yourself. I am preparing a table for you in the presence of those who thought they could destroy you, and they will watch from the shadows as you do not merely survive, but flourish under my grace. I am the God of the second chance, the third chance, and the eternal restoration. Every tear you shed in the dark has been collected in my bottle, and I am turning that salt water into the wine of a new celebration. You will love again, but this time, it will be a love anchored in the light of the truth, where there is no need for blindfolds. You will see the signs of the Spirit not as challenges to overcome, but as my voice guiding your feet. I am making you wise, not bitter. I am making you strong, but I am keeping your heart soft for me. Feel the warmth of my presence surrounding you like a shield of fire. I am your defense, your advocate, and your ultimate judge, and I have already ruled in favor of your peace. The debt of pain you were forced to carry by another's hand has been canceled by my hand. Walk out of the prison of what if and how could they, and step into the sunlight of I am with you. I am the Alpha and the Omega of your story, the author of your beginning and the finisher of your faith, and the chapters ahead are filled with a brightness that will make the shadows of the past seem like a fading dream. I am rebuilding your life on the only foundation that can never crumble. On this rock, you are safe. On this rock, you are whole. On this rock, you shall rise into a destiny that betrayal cannot touch, for what I have joined to my spirit, no man can put asunder. Look now beyond the horizon of your current understanding, for I am opening the eyes of your spirit to see the landscape of your life as I see it. You have stood in the valley of the shadow of betrayal, feeling as though the very air you breathed was heavy with the scent of deception. But I am leading you now to the high places where the atmosphere is thin and pure. Do not fear the heights I am calling you to climb. The legs that once trembled under the weight of another's lies are now being infused with a supernatural stamina. I am the God who restores the years that the swarming locusts have eaten, and I tell you this day, the time you feel was wasted in a love that was a shadow is being redeemed by a light that is eternal. I am folding time for you. I am accelerating your healing so that what should have taken decades to mend will be made whole in a divine moment of my grace. Hear my voice in the quiet of your soul. You are not a victim of your own kindness, nor are you a fool for your capacity to believe. Your ability to trust blindly was a reflection of the purity I placed within you, a remnant of the innocence I gave you from the foundations of the world. Though that trust was met with betrayal by human frailty and darkness, I have taken that shattered trust and I am tempering it in the fire of my wisdom. You shall no longer trust blindly, but you shall trust with the eyes of the Spirit. I am giving you a holy discernment, a frequency of the soul that vibrates with the truth. You will see the hearts of men and women not as they present them, but as I see them. This is the gift born from your trial, a sight so keen that deception will have no place to hide in your presence. I am making you a beacon of truth in a world of shadows. Listen closely to the prophetic word I release over your life this hour. I am shutting the doors that led to your destruction, and I am bolting them with my own hand, so that no man can reopen the path to your pain. But behold, I am also swinging wide the gates of a new city, a new community, and a new life where you will be known by your fruit and not by your scars. I declare that the spirit of heaviness is falling away from you like a garment that no longer fits. I am clothing you in the robes of praise. I am placing the ring of authority back upon your finger. You shall speak, and your words will carry the weight of one who has walked through the furnace and come out without even the smell of smoke upon them. I am reversing the curse of the betrayal. Where there was shame, there shall be double honor. Where there was isolation, there shall be a divine connection to those who will carry your heart as a sacred trust. I am moving people out of your way who are not aligned with the holiness of your destiny. And I am bringing forth those who have been prepared by my Spirit to walk beside you in integrity and truth. Do not look back at the person who betrayed you with a heart of bitterness, for bitterness is a chain that binds you to the past. Instead, look at them with the eyes of one who has been set free. They were but a tool in the hand of the enemy to try and break you, but I have used that very breaking to release the fragrance of your true character, a fragrance that is a sweet-smelling savor unto me. I am your vindicator. You do not need to speak a word in your own defense, for my glory shall be your rear guard. I am setting a table for you in the very presence of those who thought they had finished you. They shall watch as I pour the oil of gladness over your head until your cup runs over with a joy that defies logic. This joy is your strength. It is a fortress that no lie can penetrate. I am teaching you now to rest in the stillness of my sovereignty. The storm has passed, and though the waves still lap at the shore of your memories, the wind has obeyed my command to be still. Walk with me now into the garden of your future. See the blooms of resilience, the trees of righteousness, and the rivers of peace that flow from my throne directly into the center of your heart. You are my beloved in whom I am well pleased. The betrayal did not define you. It only refined the gold that was already there. Step forward into the radiance of my promise, for your best days are not behind you in a false paradise, but ahead of you in a kingdom that cannot be shaken. I am with you, I am for you, and I am the love that will never, ever fail you. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? The tears that watered the soil of your isolation have become the very nutrients for a harvest you never thought possible. I watched every moment you spent in the dark, wondering how the one who shared your bread could lift their heel against you. I saw the fracture in your soul, the way your breath caught when the reality of the deception finally shattered the glass of your innocence. But I say to you, that innocence was not lost. It was being exchanged for a holy discernment that will protect you for all the days of your life. I am drawing a circle of protection around your future, a boundary that no deceit shall ever cross again. You have felt the sting of a kiss that was a betrayal, but I offer you the embrace that is a total restoration. My love is not a transaction. It is an inheritance, and because you are mine, everything that belongs to me is now yours to claim. I am healing the very marrow of your bones, removing the toxins of resentment and the heavy lead of why that has weighed down your spirit for so long. You ask me why I allowed the wall to crumble, why I permitted the one you trusted to strike the blow. My child, I allowed the wall of sand to fall so that I could build for you a fortress of living stone. I let the false light flicker out so that you would never again mistake a candle for the sun of righteousness. Hear my voice in the chambers of your heart. You are not a victim of a story that ended in tragedy. You are the protagonist of a masterpiece that is only just beginning its most glorious movement. I am declaring a season of double for your trouble. For every lie told against you, I will speak 10 truths about your character in the ears of those who matter. For every moment of loneliness you endured, I am preparing a community of souls who will cherish your light and protect your peace. I am setting a seal upon your heart that says, redeemed. The enemy thought he had found a crack in your armor, but he only found a doorway for my glory to enter. I am now commissioning your pain to become your platform. The very areas where you were most wounded shall become the areas where you carry the greatest anointing to heal others. You shall stand before those who are currently where you once were, and your very existence will be a testimony that I am the God who raises the dead. I am speaking to the fragments of your trust, the shattered pieces of your confidence. Come together. Live. Rise. I am breathing the breath of life into your capacity to believe again, not in the frailty of man, but in the sufficiency of my spirit. I am silencing the voice of the accuser who whispers in the night that you were not enough to keep them faithful. Hear me clearly. Their unfaithfulness was never a reflection of your worth, but a revelation of their own emptiness. I am the one who fills all in all, and I am filling the voids they left behind with a substance that is eternal and incorruptible. The shadow of the one who left you is shrinking in the brilliance of the one who will never leave you nor forsake you. I am your father, your husband, your friend, and your king. I am the architect of your new beginning. I have already gone into your tomorrow and cleared the path of the thorns that the enemy tried to plant in the night. You will walk on level ground. You will run and not grow weary. You will look at the place where the betrayal happened and you will not see a graveyard. You will see a garden where the most beautiful flowers of your life have begun to bloom. I am giving you a new name today, a name that reflects your victory over the darkness. You are called restored. You are called highly favored. You are called the apple of my eye. No longer shall you identify with the rejection of a mortal, for you are identified by the election of the eternal. This is your moment of emergence. The chrysalis of your sorrow has served its purpose, and now I command you to stretch your wings. I am restoring your vision, clearing the scales from your eyes so that you can see the beauty in yourself that I have always seen. I am rebuilding your confidence, not on the shifting sands of human approval, but on the solid rock of my unconditional love. Every tear you cried was caught in my bottle, and I am now turning those tears into a refreshing rain that will bring forth a harvest of righteousness in your life. You shall see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. This is not a distant hope. It is a present reality. I am opening doors that no man can shut, and I am closing doors that you were never meant to walk through. Your path is lit by my glory, and your steps are ordered by my wisdom. You are coming out of the wilderness leaning on your beloved, and you are coming out stronger, wiser, and more radiant than ever before. I am the God of the second chance, the third chance, and the eternal beginning. Your story is not over. It is being rewritten by my finger, and the ending is more magnificent than you can imagine. I am the love that will never, ever fail you. I am your refuge and your strength, a very present help in times of trouble. Trust in me with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge me, and I will make your paths straight. You are mine, and I will never let you go. Even in the silence of the night, when the memories try to claw their way back into your consciousness, I am there. I am the whisper in the wind and the warmth in the stillness. You felt as if your foundation was sand when that trust was shattered, but I am the rock that does not shift. The betrayal you endured was not a reflection of your worth, nor was it a punishment for your love. It was a manifestation of a heart that did not know my light, but I have used even that darkness to bring you into a closer union with me. I am the master craftsman, and I am picking up every broken piece of your heart. I am not merely gluing them back together. I am fusing them with the gold of my presence, making you a masterpiece that is more beautiful and more valuable for having been broken. I speak now to the trauma that has lodged itself in your very bones. I command the tension to leave your shoulders and the heaviness to lift from your chest. You have carried the weight of another's transgression for too long, wondering where you went wrong or why your discernment failed. Stop. Do not despise the heart I gave you. Your ability to trust blindly was a reflection of your purity and your capacity for divine-like faith. It was not a weakness. It was a jewel that was mishandled by one who did not know its worth. I am the one who knows your worth. I am the one who counted every hair on your head and every tear that fell from your eyes. I have bottled those tears, and they have become the rain that is watering the garden of your new life. Listen to my voice. The season of mourning is ending, and the season of manifestation is beginning. I am releasing a mantle of joy that will replace the spirit of heaviness. I am clothing you in garments of praise. People will look at you and wonder how you could be so radiant after such a storm, and you will tell them that the Lord was your strength and your song. I am bringing people into your life who will see you through my eyes, covenant keepers who will be pillars of support, not architects of deceit. But before I bring them, I am making you whole in me, so that your joy is never again dependent on the shifting shadows of a human heart. I am the God of justice. Do not think that your pain has gone unnoticed or that the injustice will stand. I am the righteous judge, and I am settling the accounts. I am reclaiming everything the enemy stole from you, your peace, your time, your confidence, and your laughter. I will restore it sevenfold. You will look back on this time not with the sting of bitterness, but with the awe of my restorative power. I declare that the spirit of rejection is broken off your life. I declare that the spirit of abandonment has no more claim over your heart. I declare that you are accepted in the beloved. I declare that your future is brighter than your past, and that your best days are right in front of you. I am removing the scales from your eyes so you can see the opportunities I am placing in your path. I am giving you a new name, no longer betrayed, but beloved. No longer forsaken, but favored. My child, look up. Do not keep your eyes fixed on the dust of what was. I am the resurrection and the life. I am resurrecting your dreams. Those dreams you thought died the day the trust was broken. I am breathing new life into them. They will look different, more vibrant, more aligned with the true purpose I have for you. I am teaching you a new way to see. You will no longer look through the lens of fear wondering when the next blow will come. Instead, you will look through the lens of my grace, knowing that my goodness and mercy are following you all the days of your life. I am healing the very root of the betrayal, reaching deep into those memories that make your heart race, and I am applying the balm of Gilead. I am silencing the voice of the accuser that tells you that you are not enough. You were more than enough. The problem was never your lack, but the inability of the other to receive the abundance of who you are. I am setting you free from the need for their apology. I am your vindication. You do not need them to admit their wrong for you to move into your right. I am the one who validates you. I am the one who crowns you. The path ahead is clear. Walk with me. Talk with me. Let my word be the lamp unto your feet. In the quiet moments, I will whisper secrets to you, secrets of my kingdom and secrets of the beauty I am creating in your soul. You are my treasure. You are my delight. And as we move forward together, you will realize that the love you were searching for in another was already overflowing from me into you. You are coming into a place of such profound peace that the world will not understand it. It is a peace that transcends all understanding, and it is yours forever. Rest now, for the morning has broken.